back to TMZ Live. Elise Neal, you know her certainly from the Hughleys, you know her from Scream, and she's also one of the Hollywood Divas. So she was on that show on TV One, but she's no longer on it. And the reason is, she says while they were shooting, a light fixture came down and smashed into her head, and she's suffered some serious injuries.
And she says that they not only didn't pay the medical bills, but they hid it. They tried to hide it. So Elise joins us right now. Hey, Elise.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm doing okay. I mean, first thing I want to say is, you know, it kind of came out that my head was hit wide open. That is not true. I want to just make sure that everyone knows that, I mean, I wasn't bleeding or anything like that. This is really just a case of, you know, I've done, as you guys just said, so many shows and so many different things. I've never, ever had an injury, first of all, but I've never had anyone try to, you know, not just take care of me and make sure that I'm okay.
So you were shooting, the light fixture breaks, it hits you in the head. You're saying they tried to cover it up. How so?
What I mean is, when it happened, it was kind of a, you know, take a long time to get my manager the accident report. Then it was, I had another job as an actor at doing a play. I'm calling the producers to, you know, follow up. No one's calling me back. The episodes of Hollywood Divas season 2 airs. They didn't even include the episode of us being in the bowling alley. So it was like, okay, they're trying to act like even that day didn't even happen.
Oh, so they cut that whole, they cut the whole day out.
They cut
Wow.
that whole part out, yes.
What were the injuries? You went to a doctor after?
Day after it happened, guys, I had to fly, and I was a star of a play in Dallas. So when I went to Dallas, I called my manager and I said, you know, my head is still really hurting from this injury. And I called the producers for like 2 weeks straight, because bottom line is, I just want to make sure that I'm not like Liam Neeson's wife years later and, you know, something happens because my head was not taken care of properly by the production that caused the injury.
So what it sounds like what you're saying is that they were afraid they'd get sued, so rather than starting to go down the road of paying for your medical bills, which would be an acknowledgement, they tried to pretend the injury didn't happen.
That's what I believe, because at the end of the day, guys, I'm not trying to sue anybody. I just did a workman's comp claim, because let's keep it real. I don't think I should be paying for going to the doctor. I sit and I go to a regular place all the time. I sit for hours to get seen because no one is taking care of me. I just want to make sure in the future that I don't have a head injury.
So what are they saying? I guess I know you had x-rays, MRIs, and whatnot. What are they saying they see?
I had a regular checkup. My x-rays in terms of my back and everything are fine. But I have not yet with the doctor, because it takes about 2 months to get on the sheet.
Does your head hurt?
My head is fine, guys, and right now I feel fine. I'm walking around. I'm going to events. I was just in the event last night. Again, this is not about trying to bash them or make them look really that bad, but they're kind of doing it themselves. I just want them to take care of the MRI bill, take care of whatever I'm doing so that I'm okay. That's all.
Elise, if they do that, is there any way that you would go back to the show?
Probably not. I think for me, it's kind of a point with everything going on in my life, and I just was at a great event last night with all the great people from Hollywood and all my old friends. You know, I like doing what I do best. I like being the actor best. The show was supposed to showcase us, and then we were doing our own projects and being producers of Hollywood Divas, which meant we would be producers in this town of Hollywood. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a producer in the town. I don't want to fight with people. I don't want to be in crazy situations. I did it for the end goal.
Real quickly, because we're out of time, was there kind of you're making it sound like there was kind of a dispute in terms of you and the direction of the show, and that maybe you were kind of butting heads with producers?
I would say I was absolutely doing that. I'm not going to say that I wasn't. I really was always all about trying to get the projects out and making sure that we Black women were doing projects in Hollywood, not just being on a show, you know, fighting and arguing and stuff like that. We were all better than that.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay.
Well, look,
good
hope
luck,
you
Elise.
continue to feel good.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me and letting me clear that up. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Elise.
All right, Elise, thanks.
Okay, let's break.